It was labelled Don't Blink, and that was an understatement. What an incredible night of boxing and what a headline event. Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois, you have to take their hats off to both men. It was an absolute battle, absolute war, a bloodbath at times, and an absolute exhibition of heavyweight boxing at its finest. Daniel Dubois coming out victorious and beating Fabio Wardley after the ref stopped it in the 11th round. He's now a two-time heavyweight champion and captured Fabio Wardley's WBO heavyweight championship belt. Let's talk about the fight. Absolute unreal battle, like I said, between both men. Both men trading punches, and Fabio Wardley, his chin needs to be studied. As Darren Barker said, his chin deserves a knighthood, and he's not wrong. How he withstood some of those punches from Daniel Dubois is unreal. His face and nose was absolutely bashed up. His eye was swollen, his nose was bleeding, yet he still continued to battle until the ref finally pulled him in the 11th round. Obviously, in my opinion, I think it should have been ended early. I think in the 8th round, his team should have pulled him out. You could tell he was shaky on his legs throughout the rounds as well, towards the end, and walking back to his stall, he was wobbly, he was shaky. You can understand why they didn't, because with Wardley, it only takes one hit, like the Justice Hooney fight. It only takes one moment, but their safety should be paramount. Obviously, sometimes they need to be saved from themselves as well. He would want to keep going, but their safety, he's got a family to come back to, he's got a kid. You don't want anything bad to happen to them. And after an absolute bloodbath, I'm just glad both men walked out of that fight safely. Before the fight, there was talk about Daniel Dubois' resilience and his mindset going into it, and that was tested really early after 10 seconds when he got knocked down by Wardley. He did get straight back up as well, and it seemed to sort of shake him back in. And after the fight, Daniel Dubois did say that he was a bit nervous and a bit shaky going into it, so actually maybe that knockdown did him a bit of a favour, made him refocus and move on. And he just looked so good and in control throughout the whole fight. Obviously, both men were trading, but Daniel seemed to be landing the cleaner shots. His jabs and his footwork was far superior to Wardley. Wardley was happy to obviously take the punches on and try and land that big punch. But his right hand was coming over and he just wasn't really making contact, whereas Dubois was landing those shots each time. Like I said, Fabio's an absolute warrior. In my opinion, it should have been finished in the 8th. The referee did get the doctor to have a look at Wardley and he did his checks, but it did continue. But an unbelievable battle. You could tell the fans didn't want it to end, but watching on TV, it was a bit uncomfortable and a bit squirmish at times. You want both men to walk out there safely, but fair play to Daniel Dubois and to Fabio. But what's next for both men? Obviously, for Fabio Wardley, I think he needs some time out the ring. He needs to recover after that. That was an absolute battle. His nose will probably need to heal as well. So it's not the last we're going to see of Fabio. He's still an unbelievable boxer. So I'm not sure who he goes up against next, but he needs some time out the ring to recover. He's had a couple of really heavy battles. So we need to see where he goes next. But for Daniel Dubois, he's a two-time heavyweight champion. He's only ever lost 3 times, 2 of those to Usyk and once to Joe Joyce. Where does he rank amongst the best heavyweights that we've had in Britain as well? Who does he fight next? He's obviously got that belt on his shoulder now. He'll be wanted and be called out by the rest of the heavyweights. Sam Jones, after the fight, said it's inevitable that he faces Moses Atauma. Whether or not we're going to see that next, I'm not sure. There's talk that Atauma is going to fight in July, August time. That might be too soon for Daniel Dubois. Obviously, he'll need to recover after this battle, but who would you like to see him face next? What did you make of the performance and the fight as well? Like I said, probably one of the best British fights I've ever seen between 2 heavyweights. Let us know in your comments below. What do you make about the stoppage? Should it have been stopped earlier? Let us know in the comments below.